There's people from all parts of Canada that came here to put this teepee up for ceremony. And they won't even let us through the gates of Parliament Hill. What a disgrace. What a disgrace Canada is to our own people.
Let them in! Let them in!
Who wanted to perform the ceremony came to Parliament Hill, and at first the RCMP security here wouldn't let them through. Finally, after a bit of a confrontation, some people getting pulled aside, they were allowed to perform that ceremony, erect a teepee that's still standing today just inside the fence to Parliament Hill, right across the street from the office of the Prime Minister, and they're hoping they're going to be able to stay here until Saturday. Talking to people here this morning, what they want to do is not have any kind of confrontation, but rather raise awareness. For a lot of them, the idea of celebrating 150 years of Canada is a complicated one. Talking to people saying there's a lot of talk about reconciliation right now. And in order to be able to do that, Canada and Canadians have to be able to talk about even the most complicated parts of our history, including a lot of them dealing with Indigenous people. Take a look.
We find it really disrespectful that to celebrate the 150 years of colonization of our territory. It's almost like a slap to the face, because it's like, we've stolen your land and now we're going to celebrate that.
And Michael, that's the historical aspect, but there are current realities too that a lot of people that I've spoken to this morning say they're uncomfortable with the idea of celebrating. If you're talking about reserves still not having drinking water, if you're talking about the number of communities dealing with the issue of suicide, the ongoing issues with the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls inquiry. So they're saying, look, there are historical reasons why we're not keen to celebrate, but there are also current issues that need to be dealt with before we're comfortable celebrating.
You know, what's also interesting about this, as we talk about the sesquicentennial, is that the security on Parliament Hill has already been tightened up. It was tightened up ahead of the protest itself. So what kind of precautions are in place right now?
Well, it's unprecedented, the level of security for an event like this on Parliament Hill. If people come over the next few days, what they're going to see is barriers to prevent cars, for example, from driving all the way to Parliament Hill. We've seen that tactic used in terrorist attacks elsewhere, so that's not going to happen. You're also going to see long lineups for security. As I look across the street, I can see big white tent where you're going to be able, if you're the RCMP, to perform airport-style security checks. You're also going to see RCMP officers with large guns, something that you can see every day on Parliament Hill, but with large crowds, people who might not always come here, that might seem a bit of a strange sight, but that's something that they're going to be able to see. Also, we're expecting a lot of people, so extra paramedics are going to be here making sure that everyone is safe, and that's the message that's been coming from the government, from the Prime Minister, is that yes, people are going to see additional security measures, but it's to ensure that people can celebrate safely.